my.
Oh, whoops, yeah, bro. Alright, people, welcome back to my channel, and today we are continuing the storyline for this game.
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
We are going to the last location we have here.
The Underdark has a million ways to kill the unprepared. Most of them are quite gruesome.
So, the whole camp is working together to prepare for freeing our captured guides. I believe our ranger Megan Arrowroot needs the aid of an adventurer able to stand up to the drow. She's trying to gather some particular kind of berry from the verdant caves. You should speak with her. The area called the Verdant Caves is like an oasis in the midst of a desert for those who venture into the Underdark. Waves of wizard fire found there provide enough light to sustain lush plant growth. That's why we chose this area for our base of operations, despite the presence of an abandoned drow settlement nearby. Unfortunately, the drow have returned and captured some of our scouts. We're working on a plan to save our imprisoned comrades. If you can find keys to the holding cells on the drow hunting in the area, we'll have a real shot at saving my people.
I never thought I'd end up in charge of provisions and medicinal herbs when I joined the Guides, but I was a ranger for several years on the surface. We're going to need supplies to treat and feed the prisoners once you and the Guides have saved them. When we found the Verdant Caves, I planted a whole lot of bitter berries there. They're ready to harvest, but the drow in the area are preventing me from gathering my crop. Please.
Looks like you've brought plenty of bitter berries for the camp. I know Megan will appreciate this. I'll bring them to her, so you can get started on our next task. With these keys, we should be able to save every one of my men. You've also proven you have what it takes to survive in the Underdark. Nice work, adventurer. When the drow attacked, we were camped in the abandoned settlement of Cesrena. They weren't happy that we were staying in their old city. Several of us managed to escape thanks to the quick thinking of our leader, Mandrake Deepwise. But others, including Mandrake, are still unaccounted for. I have to believe that they're still alive in the drow slave pits. Now that preparations are complete, it's time to push back the Drow and free our people. I'm... The prisoners made it back, and every one of them is singing your praises. I've sent them topside. They'll need time to recover from their ordeal. From what they've told me, Mandrake was moved to another Drow camp, the Zolaran outpost. That's our next target.
I'd hope Mandrake Deepwise would be amongst the prisoners you rescued. Mandrake is something of a legend in the guild. Normally, I'd say it's a shame to lose another guide and get over it. But Mandrake, he doesn't get taken without a fight. The Drow must know his value. If I were them, I'd take him for interrogation. Invade the Zolaran outpost, kill any Drow that stand in your way, and bring Mandrake Deepwise back to us.
Eating my brain from the inside out! Wait! Don't let me out! They did something to me! Put something in my head! And I can feel it growing. I've kept it together in case someone came looking for me, but I'm as good as dead! Oh, heed this warning. The Drow are working with the Mind Flayers on some kind of plan. Oh, listen, I managed to take some poison off the guards. I'm going to end it on my own terms. But you need to get out of here and warn the others. And don't look back!
I can't believe it. Deepwise is lost to us. But we'll heed his warning. If the Drow are working with the Illithids, we have to find out more. And I think I know just the person to help you investigate further. The presence of an Illithid, a Mind Flayer, in a Drow settlement boat's no good for anyone. We already know the Drow are receiving weapons from the Duragar who work the nearby mines. Normally the Drow do not see the Duragar as fit for anything but slavery, but I begin to suspect the Grey Dwarves are already enslaved to an even more deadly foe. We have guides keeping watch over the Duragar mines. Make your way there and look for Jasper Steele. He'll fill you in on anything he's learned.
Don't pity the Durgar. Sure, they're slaves, but even free, they're filled with hate. Dabbling sending reinforcements, huh? Well, good. Events down here just keep getting more and more interesting. The Drow are receiving Durgar-made weapons in exchange for guarding the entrance to the mines. Seems like House Solaran is trying to rebuild its strength after their failed attack on the surface world. Durgar weapons and armor will go a long way toward accomplishing that goal. The Drow have sent some of their high-ranking priestesses to handle the details of the payment and oversee the transfer. I'd like you to bust up these meetings and make sure the participants don't live to tell the tale.
Just imagine what some real dwarves could make of this place. The Duragar mining and foraging operations are going full tilt. That's bad news for the guild, and for the surface world. The rotor's coming from deep shafts down below, and the Durgar built a batch of cranes to help them lift it to these levels. Without those cranes, the ore will have to be hauled up on the backs of the miners. It'll mean a big hit to their efficiency. All you really have to do is destroy the winching mechanism that operates a crane, and you send the whole thing crashing down to the bottom of the pit.
That's news to brighten my day. With any luck, the Draw will blame their missing emissaries on Durgar treachery. Suspicion rules the day with those two races. Now we should see about busting up another partnership.
Good for you taking out those cranes. You'll do the Durgar good to pick a heavy load up a few thousand feet of twisted tunnels. Oh, I wish I could have been there or seen the looks on their faces when those lift platforms came crashing down.
My sister has a real unflinching hatred of the Durgar. But I have to admit they still have the dwarven knack for working metal. That's why the Drow have made a deal with them. They want the quality weapons and armor the Grey Dwarves can provide. We're gonna need to better equip the guild if we'll be taking on the Karadak. Blasted squids. If you gather up some of the weapon components and alloys the Durgar are turning out, I'll see that you're rewarded for it. You'll likely find the components near forges in the Crucible, and some of the Durgar are sure to be carrying them as well.
Poor Mandrake's revelation about Mind Flayer involvement confirms a report I got from Holly Tinkerstone, one of our scouts. She claimed that squid-headed monsters were overseeing the Durgar operation in the Crucible. Maybe you should head over there and bring down a Mind Flayer overseer. With any luck, we can nip this plot in the bud.
Supplies. You can see for yourself what fine work this is. With just a little finishing, these will soon be equipping our guides in the fight against those squids.
So you slew a Mind Flayer overseer, huh? Well done. The Mind Flayers are terrible foes. While you were gone, we uncovered information that may lead us to the root of their plot. According to the Durgar we've interrogated, the Mind Flayer leading this illithid incursion is known as Revered Floron. He's hunting for an upper vault where the Flayers think there's some lost god. Few of our prisoners know anything about the upper vaults. Apparently only one Durgar has been there and returned. The Forge Master of the Wrath Forge. He's a master smith and overseer that the Flayers either trust or control completely. The Guild would like you to enter the Wrath Forge and get the secret of the upper vault from the Forge Master. Are you up to the task? Sure, they're slaves, but even free, they're filled with hate. The path is through the Iron Heart, eh? I think I know what that means. The Forge Master spoke of the Iron Heart. I have a feeling I know what that's all about. There seems to be some sort of portal in the Crucible. Our guild wizard, Soren Ravaris, and a few companions are investigating it as we speak. My guess is the portal leads to the upper vault. If Soren has found a way through, then it might be open to you as well. The portal lies just beyond the bridge that spans the Crucible. Make your way through it, find Soren, and see what he's learned.
I hope you have a strong grip on your sanity, friend, for you've entered a place unlike any other. So you found your way here as well. It's good to know the portal is still open. Welcome to a place like no other in the realms, if indeed we still are in the realms.
We are investigating the illicit activity here, but have not gone far because of the many perils we found in our path. One thing is clear. The Mind Flayers have come here for a nefarious reason, and I very much doubt it will benefit us to allow that mission to succeed. We've seen that these creatures can control others with the power of their minds. Their so-called masterminds must be the key to their plot. If you can defeat a few and their guards, perhaps we can draw out the true threat, or at least disrupt their plans. It is apparent the Illithids rely much more on psionics, the power of the mind, than on magic. In our exploration, we encountered strange Illithid-made stones that affected our emotional state. We felt fear, panic, and overwhelming despair in their presence. We need to find some defense against the power of these stones. I've inscribed several mind blank spells upon this scroll. Although the spell is intended to prevent others from reading your mind, I suspect it may also have the power to neutralize the resonant stones. Please, locate the stones and disable them, so that we can continue our investigation.
Alright, people, that's gonna be the end of our live stream or video. I'll see y'all in the next one.